is etiquette? Why am I showing that picture?
The table etiquette.
Alright? Etiquette daw yan pagka ganyan ka humawak ng mas social, mas may breeding, may pinag-aralan, edukada, alta, no? Etiquette. But can I ask somebody to read this? Volunteer, please. Vin, go.
Etiquette. The conduct or procedure required by good breeding or prescribed by authority to be observed in social or official life. It is a polite behavior.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much. So in other words, it is polite behavior. And when we're in a professional setting, when we're in the workplace, especially when we're dealing with other cultures, no, medyo iba sila sa atin. We're all people, pero iba sila, iba tayo. No? We cannot assume that we have the same understanding of things, of how things work. And etiquette, global etiquette, will be our guide of what is acceptable and what's not. So in the next few slides, we will go over some tips and do's and don'ts when it comes to etiquette when communicating. Okay? Hindi to table setting etiquette, hindi to mga handshaking pa. Maybe later on we can cover that a little bit, but this is really directly related to communication etiquette. So here are some do's and don'ts. Okay, so let's be polite to our coworkers and also to the person that we're talking to. Let's avoid using the speakerphone unless it's really, really important. No, sorry ha, I have to put you on speakerphone because I'm typing as we're talking. Pero at least have a headset, diba? Headphones, earphones, so that your neighbor is not distracted by the second voice that he or she might be hearing. Okay, that is polite behavior. All right, next. There's this saying that we say in Seven Habits, no, be loyal to the absent. If that person is not there, don't talk about that person. Be loyal to the absent. Next, when you have a short positive message, uh, like that, happy birthday, congratulations, yay, way to go. No, so these are more informal occasions. That's the only time when we can use all caps. Even in text, even in chat, whenever we use all caps, that's the equivalent of yelling or shouting. All right, next.
Reply carefully. More than 60% of employees consider it poor workplace etiquette to hit reply all to emails. This rule requires some finesse. Don't reply all to an email asking for your order for the staff lunch. Do reply all to a department-wide update to make sure everyone knows we're on the same page.
All right, thank you. So be careful when replying. You might be doing a disservice by doing reply all. But I know some organizations prefer reply all because it's the safer way. You're not missing anyone and you're not offending anyone. Diba? All right. I think in the Philippines, that's more common. I think in more Western companies, cultures, I think it's maybe it really depends on the company culture. All right, next. Thank you.
Okay. Number 5, politics are not welcome. More than half of employees think it's inappropriate to discuss politics in the workplace. Even if you think your political interests are aligned with your coworkers, it's best to keep your politics or off the clock.
All right. Yep, best to avoid that, especially the impassioned, yung pati emotions invested, iba na yung tono, yung boses, galit na, ganon, na-offend na, hindi naman sila yung kandidato. Let's just avoid it altogether. Next.
Number 6, silence your phone. You're going to compulsively check your phone at least once every half hour anyway. Do you really need a ringtone or vibration for every notification? Your coworkers certainly don't think you do.
All right. Thank you. So I don't know what your practice is, but I agree with this. Keep your phone on silent or at a very low volume for the alerts. Right? They don't need to know. You don't need to be for it to be too loud because it's your phone is usually right next to you. It's even or on your body. And you do check your phone anyway, every 20 minutes, maybe even. All right. Thanks. Next, number 7, Jack.
Don't copy the whole team. Before sending an email, ask yourself, who needs to see this? If it's not something that the entire organization needs to know, there's no reason why everyone should be copied. Be more selective when sending general correspondence to coworkers.
All right. Thank you. So it's similar to the reply all one. No? When this is for when you are initiating an email, a thread. The other one is for when you are replying. And then 8, uh, Jaira.
Take calls when you're available. It should be clear that taking a call while going to the bathroom is poor workplace etiquette. But Rowley, 45% of employees think it's still worth mentioning. It's embarrassing to have to reschedule a call because of your bladder, but it's far more uncomfortable for everyone involved to be on a call while you're using the restroom.
Right. Okay. So if you're in the bathroom, then don't take calls in the bathroom. Don't make calls in the bathroom. By the way, this word is roughly. Okay, roughly. All right. Next, cat. Cat.
Use styles appropriately. 40% of workers think that think the improper use of bolds or italics in word communications is unacceptable. This is somewhat similar to using all caps in the way that it could convey an unintended tone. Bold or italics also have a tendency to draw the attention of the eye. So if a random word is bolded or italicized, it can be confusing and distract viewers from the message itself.
All right. Thank you. So let's use those formatting sparingly. No. I agree with that. If you place something, if you format something in bold or in italics, it can be a distraction. Again, you don't want any distraction or misinterpretation of what you're saying. You can ask a coworker, "Is this good? What do you think?" And if you're writing something, leave it for 2 minutes. Do something and then come back to it, and then see how it looks to you. And then finally, Sarah.
Number 10, keep your jokes to yourself. More than a third of employees think it's poor workplace etiquette to send joke emails to the entire team. It really depends on your work culture whether or not it's appropriate to send joke emails. But the important qualifier here is to the entire team. Rarely, if ever, will there be an occasion for you to send an unsolicited joke email to your entire organization.
All right. Thank you. So yeah, choose your humor, okay? And you don't have to send it as an email or as a forwarded thing. Leave it in the group chats. And I understand there are group chats that are more formal, more business only than the smaller, more intimate group chats. All right. All right. Thank you. So this is etiquette, no? We're now there's another parang general rule lang, no, that I'd like to include in etiquette. Be present. That's why there's a golden ruler, no? Golden ruler, like it's like gabay or guide. Be present and available, right? Be interactive and then be easy to talk to. So if I could summarize the entire course, it's like this: be present and available, be interactive and responsive, and if you respond, let it be easy to understand you. be easy to talk to you. So think about these things, no? Present and available, interactive, easy to talk to. Now, I want you to rate yourselves from 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest and 1, 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Are you always present and available? Then give yourself 5. You're easily accessible. People can find you easily. Be interactive. Do you respond? Do you respond right away? Nararamdaman ba kayo? O kailangan kayo sabihan na magparamdam naman kayo? And then, are you easy to talk to? Or is it a struggle dealing with you and talking to you? It could be because you speak softly, or it's the words that you use, or your sentences are wordy, or hindi mo ma-express yung sarili mo. So, again, please rate yourselves from 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest. And then you can use our columns, no? I have 3 columns prepared. Just write the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, present, interactive. Where did the other go? What's the other one? Easy to talk to. All right. I see a lot of 4s and 5s. May mangilan-ngilan na 3. Okay. Question for Jack, if you don't mind. Why? Pinalitan na niya. Ayaw niyang 3 siya sa easy to talk to. Earlier, it was a 3. What made you change your mind?
Yeah, I realized it was too low. So I changed it to 4.
I see. Okay, madali ka naman makausap, no? That's the translation eh. Madali ba kayong kausap? O mahirap kayong ka-interact? All right. And then, what about interactive? Ruth, is it okay to share?
I rate myself number 3 only because sometimes it's hard for me to express myself and I cannot interact.
And okay. And so because of that internal thing, no, you find it a little hard to express yourself. It affects your readiness to interact.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. So again, it's good to be self-aware so we know what we can work on or focus more on. And you don't have to do it all in one go, right? You can focus on one area per week, then go to another area another week, then go to another area that next week. All right. So this is a similar slide. You don't have to answer this, no? It's just another way of asking the same questions. How easy are you to talk to? How easy are interactions with you? Now, I want to introduce a concept. It's about high effort and low effort. High effort means nag-e-effort kayo. Low effort means easy. Hindi kailangang mag-effort. Right? So when we say someone, ang hirap kausap niyan, that's high effort because you're putting in more effort to communicate with that person, okay? Ay, madali siya kausap. That's low effort. Pag pinaghintay kayo ng matagal, that's high effort. Pag hindi kayo pinaghintay, that's low effort. Does that make sense now? There's this store na I went in because there was a nice pair of shoes outside on display and I wanted to buy it for my son. So we went in the store. And then I told the clerk, may size pa nito? And then she said, yes. But she didn't come closer. She just stood where she was standing when I entered. Diba, usually when you enter a store, the clerk will come near you and interact with you. But she didn't. She just stood there. Pasok ako, may size kayo nito? Opo. And then I pretended to look around some more. I left because she made it difficult for me to buy. I was already showing buying signals, but she wasn't reading my buying signals. So I didn't buy. Hirap bumili sa'yo eh. Ayoko na lang. High effort bumili sa iyo. Ayoko na lang. Alright? So we can see high effort and low effort in conversations and communication and email also. Okay?